Hi, my name's Tessa Hudson, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about struggling readers. Some of the main areas that I have discovered that readers struggle a lot is with frustration, lack of motivation. If they have a reading disability, they'll struggle. If they don't have a prevention or intervention in the classroom, if they're confused, or if there's not enough explicit instruction in the classroom. All of these things can cause a young child to struggle with their reading abilities. One of the main things that I want to focus on that I learned in my Module 2 work in my reading diagnosis class is that students struggle the most when it comes to phonemic awareness. The confusion is caused by a lack of understanding in the letter-sound correlation. There are already so many letters in the alphabet, but there are even more sounds and even more ways to pronounce words, and you have long vowels, short vowels, and then when you put them together, it's a totally different vowel, and students get confused, and that causes frustration and lack of motivation, and it just causes them to, give up on themselves, and they don't want to read. And so some of the main ways that we can really help with that is in our classroom, especially when we're teaching a large group lesson. If we answer in unison, the students like to hear the other students answering at the same time they do. It causes them to be more motivated and more confident in themselves because they're giving the same answers as the rest of the students in their class. Another way is to just do small group work. That's a good way for teachers to test, like do a self-assessment and see if students are struggling and where they're struggling, and if there's any disabilities you can test for that if you believe that that's necessary. It's important to have a routine and a procedure when it comes to teaching reading. It's good to change things up to keep the students motivated and to keep them wanting to learn more, but also it's important to have a routine so that they know what's expected of them. They know what they're supposed to do and they get it done. Another thing, when you're in small groups especially, stretch out those long sounds and those difficult sounds in words, especially for your Tier 2, Tier 3 students. It's important for them to hear the sounds and focus on that so that they can better understand their letter-sound correlation. One of the things that I just really loved, a reading strategy that I found in this module, is for phonemic awareness, and it's called Night Lights. It's like a segmenting and blending activity, and you'll give your student a CVC word and they'll practice moving from left to right as they're doing this activity, and every time they sound out a syllable in the word cat, cat, they'll tap each light. And it's good because they can practice the learning to read from left to right. The lights, when they light up, it's great. It's a great sensory tool for the students. It really helps them, stay on task, stay motivated, and it's just a fun little activity for them to do. So thank you for watching my video on struggling readers. I hope you learned something. Have a good day.